Hi there everyone, this is the Highpeak Siskin 2.0 lightweight tent, and this is what I'm gonna talk about today. I will show you how to easily put up the tent and give you a tour around it from the outside and the inside, tell you a little about the specs and features and my own honestly opinion and first impression about the tent. So hang on and see you in a sec. Welcome back. Yeah, as mentioned, this video is about this tent. It's from Highpeak. It's called Siskin. Turn around. Siskin 2.0 LW, and the LW stands for lightweight. It's about 1.6 kilo, 3.2 pounds, and has a water pressure resistance at about 3,000 millimeters. But I will put some of the specs in the description. It comes with a compact little bag here. It contains all the pegs and the pole. It's a one pole tent, so it's very easy to put up. Yeah, and of course you can get more lightweight tents. I would say that this is probably at the high end of the category of lightweight tents. You can get them below 1 kilo and even less, but all depends on the price, of course. When the weight goes down, the price goes up. So this is a relatively cheap tent. I think I paid around what equals to $100 in euros here in Denmark. So compared to some of the very lightweight tents, this is actually pretty cheap, and maybe the quality is as well. We will see that when we unpack it and put up the tent. The first thing I always do when I put up a tent is to secure the one end of the tent with 2 pegs, so I have control over the tent in the wind. So that's the first thing I will do. Then we have the pole here, and this tent actually only needs one single pole, so that makes it actually very easy to put up the tent. One pole, and as I can see, just the 4 corners with the pegs. That's it. So, as you maybe you saw that the thing about securing the one end of the tent as the first thing, when I put in the pole and just pulled at the other end, the tent is rising so easily. So now I will just secure the rest of the pegs around the tent and the wires. So that's it for now. The tent is up. It took me I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. That's it. It's so easy. I was actually surprised that it was so easy to put up the tent. Anyway, I will change the angle of the camera now and take you on a tour around the tent, outside and inside. At first sight I thought it was a one-person tent, but when you see it from the end, you can actually see that it's a little wider than a one-person tent, so it can actually fit 2 persons. We'll see about that when we get inside, but this is a 2-person tent, still around the 1.5 kilos, so I think that's okay. So there you have it. Very neat little lightweight tent. As you can see, it has 2 vents, one at each side, with a mesh inside, and this little pole to keep the window apart from the tent. Pretty neat. Also, you have these on the wires. You have these ones to tighten the wires. It actually worked pretty well. And one other very nice thing about this tent is that, as you can see, the bottom is actually lifted a bit. There's a little kind of wall at the bottom. I think it's about maybe 10 or 12 centimeters. And when you get inside, you can see it when we have a look inside, but you can actually see that it's very useful to have this high kind of walls at the floor all the way around. It gives you a little more space inside, and to keep the height of the tent at the ends, you have these. I don't know if you can see it. There's some poles in here as well, and it's held in place with some Velcro down here, and it actually keeps the height of the tent at each end. Continuing the tour on the outside, you will also notice that it only has 3 wires, one at each side and one at the end here, but only at the one end. So yeah, they have done everything they could, I guess, to keep the weight down and also to make it very easy and fast to put up the tent. You have the entrance on the one side of the tent. There's only one entrance, that's okay. And you have a double zipper system. Like this, you can open the outer door, and then you have the mesh inside. That's very nice to have the mesh. And you have this little strap here to keep the door in place when it's open. That's nice. And then you can open the inner door or the mesh door. So this is the entrance to the tent. And let's have a look inside. This is how it looks. So to describe the size, I would say if you imagine two mattresses that are each maybe 70 centimeters wide, that would fit perfectly. I'm using the tent only for myself, even though it's a 2-person tent, because when I'm out hiking with my backpack, for instance, and putting up my tent, I don't want all my stuff and gear to be outside my tent while I sleep. So that's why I bring a 2-person tent on tour, because I can have all my stuff, all my gear, my backpack inside the tent. So yeah, it actually feels, I thought when I bought this small lightweight tent it would be pretty claustrophobic to stay inside the tent, but okay, this is a 2-person tent, but still it actually feels pretty spacious. For now, first impression, I'm actually I'm happy and positively surprised. Yeah, I'll just show you some of the features inside of the tent, and then we'll wrap it up. So at the end here we have the mesh, the ventilation. That's where the pole were outside to keep the ventilation space open here. And this at the other end is the same, the ventilation mesh. And there's also a mesh here on the one side and the other side. That's the ventilation, the vents we saw from the outside on both sides. So plenty of air and ventilation, I guess, inside. This is a zipper for the mesh door, and we have a thing here to I guess you can hang a lamp or something like that. You also actually have a mesh at the ceiling, top of the tent here, and as I mentioned, from the outside, actually you can see the high edges, the walls, if you can call it that, all the way around here. And it actually makes the feeling inside a little more spacious, and also makes more space for your head and your feet in both ends. So it's yeah, that's very nice actually. And now this is me sitting up inside the tent. If I'm sitting exactly in the middle of the tent, it is actually possible to sit right up. I would say that if you're 2 persons, there won't be any space for all your stuff and your gear, your backpacks inside the tent when you're sleeping in here, both of you. For 1 person, which is the way I normally use it, it's very spacious. I can easily fit all my stuff, my backpack, etc. inside, together with a sleeping mattress, etc. So to me, the way I use it, it's a perfect lightweight tent. It's a perfect size, and I think the 1.5 kilos is okay. I could go lighter, but yeah. Always it's a question about priorities, price, and how much you want to carry. Of course, the build of it, the quality follows the price, I guess. It doesn't seem that cheap when I look at the fabric, and the water pressure, 3000 millimeters, is actually pretty good. So I guess if you use a footprint under the tent to protect the bottom of the tent, for example, and you maintain it every time you've used it, dry it, wash it, and make sure to dry it, etc., I believe you can have a very good tent, a very good lightweight tent with a lot of space inside for many years. That's my first impression of the tent. I haven't used it for many years yet, but I will maybe make a video in the future when I've used it sometimes on some of my hiking trips. But for now, my first impression is actually pretty good. So yeah, that's the Highpeak Siskin 2.0 lightweight tent. Easy to put up, spacious, not that expensive, and okay quality, I would say. That's kind of sums it up, I guess. Hopefully you found this useful if you are looking for a lightweight tent, and the price, size, weight, etc. suits you. This could be the one maybe. If you have any questions or comments, you are very welcome to drop me a comment, and I will try to answer every one of you. But this is it. Hopefully I will see you in another video. You can find all my videos about gears and reviews in the playlist of the same name, Gears and Reviews. And all my other videos about my life here in the forest in Denmark, my hiking trips, my outdoor life, cooking in the nature, etc. You can find also on my channel here. So hopefully you will also consider to subscribe, like, share, anything. It would make me very happy, and I would really appreciate it. But until then, hopefully we'll see you in the next video, and have a nice one out there in the nature. Bye.